All right, I've got some real talk for you in today's video. Usually I'm showing up here on the podcast, on Instagram, and the Facebook group, and emails, all the places, talking about the power of summits, sharing tips, all those great things. But today I'm sharing a more vulnerable, behind the scenes look at a time where I am actively feeling overwhelmed. And obviously I'm fine. I'm here with decent energy. I'm smiling. I'm happy. Everything's fine. But the truth is, the most pressure filled time of hosting a summit is usually going to be right before you open registration. And that's where I am. We're supposed to open registration this coming Tuesday, which is a week from when I'm recording this. And we'll see. We'll see if we do. The truth is that I am overwhelmed. I'm recording this early in the day, so my energy is still good. By the end of the day, I'll probably be slumped over and not smiling quite as much. That's just the truth. But I'm also letting the fact that I'm feeling the pressure a little bit be okay. And I thought it would be good to share a little bit of it with you so you can see this side of summits, right? So I'm not just showing up with all the, fun results and things like that. And then also, if you're still brave enough to host one, you know what to expect at more pressure filled times and have some ideas for how you can handle it. So, why am I in this place? I've been referred to the queen of summits and all the catchy, fun names about, being someone who knows a lot about summits. Shouldn't I know better? And you'd think so. And I do. But also, my situation is different this time than it's been ever. I am working fewer hours right now than I ever have in my entire business, and especially when hosting a summit. I started homeschooling this year, and I work about 20 hours per week, half of what I used to. And I have been constantly learning about my reduced capacity since making that shift. Honestly, I usually try to act as if there isn't a difference of me working 20 hours versus 40. And obviously, there's a difference, right? I'm just really bad at planning for it. So I'm working far fewer hours. And I'm also doing more things in this summit. We're trying all kinds of new things, and new things create work, and specifically work for me, since it's a new idea and I'm the one that has to figure out what I actually want done, and I can't hand off as much to my team as I'll be able to next time, right? And like with all of that, I had myself pretty maxed out. Like I probably shouldn't have taken the time to write notes for and record and promote this video. But here we are. This is me prioritizing showing up for you, even when I might feel a little behind on some summit prep stuff. But here are some things I'm noticing about how I'm handling this situation that could be seen as like bad or failing or something like that. First of all, I'm feeling some feelings around it. I go through spurts of feeling anxious and even frozen. Yesterday afternoon was the first time I felt this way in this process. So it hasn't been this long thing, but as I was feeling it, I was like, this would be a really great thing for me to share with my audience. So specifically yesterday, I was feeling really anxious and down and frozen. I would look at my task list and like didn't even know where to start, or I just grab my phone or go into Slack and see if anyone had asked a question, and I'd find something that was easy and not summit related to do. I also am finding myself having to more consciously choose my family and some downtime for myself each day over getting extra hours in for the summer. Like it would be so easy to choose work. And I might before registration opens, but it's taking a lot more conscious effort for me to choose to step away and stay away than it usually does. I'm also, and I've noticed this actually for the past week and a half, I'm not showing up on social media as much, which I do really want to be doing. But I know I struggle with that when I'm feeling anxious or overly busy. And that's just where I am right now. I'm acknowledging that. And I'm also acknowledging that it's temporary and it's okay. I'm not going to put that pressure on myself to show up. It's just something I'm noticing that some people might see as like failing, right? On the flip side, I'm also taking action to help the situation. So first, I reached out to my mindset coach to help me work through the frozen feelings and anxiety. The second I talk to her, I always feel better. I work with Caitlin Kessler. She's wonderful. I also created more space for myself to work. So I actually saw this coming a couple weeks ago when I looked ahead at my schedule and was like, oh, there's a lot of stuff scheduled for me the week before the summit happens. I don't have that much time. So Kate and I actually booked an Airbnb halfway between where we both live. And we spent a day and a half sitting together in a beautiful location, just knocking out all kinds of stuff. And it was fun because we were somewhere new and we were together. So that was a really cool thing that I'm glad I did. I might want to just like build that into my summit project plans moving forward. I'm also asking for help at home. So I let my husband know I'm overwhelmed. I might need to find extra time to work. And I know that he'll help me look for opportunities to make that happen. Something else I'm doing is I might let my kids watch TV this week. I'm like one of those moms who doesn't want the kids always to be sitting in front of the TV, but it might happen. And like, let's be clear, I'll probably feel a little bit guilty about that, but I'm also acknowledging that it's very temporary. And honestly, it won't be for more than a couple hours, like total. So it's nothing, right? We're just like very hard on ourselves, and that's how I am. Something else I'm doing is acknowledging that I might have to let some things go with the summit. I might have to let some of these extra bells and whistles go, but I'm also being very stubborn about it because I don't want to. I've added all kinds of fun stuff. A lot of those things should be ready before registration opens. Getting rid of some of those things would help, but I don't want to. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. If you sign up for the summit and see me announce a new feature partway through, you'll know that I didn't make it. Finally, though, I'm just acknowledging that it's totally okay if we have to push registration back by a couple days. Like, this is exactly why I have my promotion start sooner than speakers and affiliates. That way, if some tech doesn't work, if conversion rates don't look like when I promote to my people, if I need a couple extra days to get my act together, everything is okay because they won't start promoting until the following Monday, and we're totally fine to be ready by then. Overall, I just know for a fact that everything will come together and it will be wonderful. But even with that knowledge, the feelings of overwhelm can still kick in. So I wanted to share that with you so you can see the real side of it and learn what to do or not do, depending on your take on the things I shared when it comes to managing all these things. Something that I think would be fun for us to do in the comments, whether it's on Loom, in the Facebook group, wherever you want to share, is share what helps you when you're feeling overwhelmed. What do you do? I think your tip might help someone else, and it'll just be fun to see what each person does. And of course, if you have any questions about what I shared, about where we're at in the summit planning process, anything like that, go ahead and ask away. And thank you for watching.